Well, this is an E39 M5. This is a 2000 model year, made in March, an 03 of 2000 build, imported, federalized from Greece. There's a lot going on in this shop. There's that. Not ready to talk about this yet. As you can see, there's a lot going on here, so we're not even there yet. This belonged to a buddy of mine. It is a high miles car, 238,000 miles, but it seems to run and drive really good. I straight traded him my very clean C55 AMG. I thought it might be fun to have some silver M5s in here. Regardless, this video is mostly just going to be inspections of some work that needs to be done on this thing. Overall, it's very mechanically solid. At some point, I'll do an oil change, drop the pan, look for any plastic from chain guides, though we do believe that they were done. Do a Blackstone oil analysis for rod bearing purposes, though the oil, which does need to be changed, it's got almost 5,000 miles on it, looks almost brand new on the dipsticks, so I think the engine's pretty healthy. Excuse me, I just dropped my phone. And other than that, we'll do a kind of quick walk around, and I think in this video, mostly just do some engine inspections. It does have an exhaust leak right under the driver's door area, and which is pretty loud. You can also smell it. This car has cats, but they're gutted. Stock resonator and then B&B tri-flow, so it's a little gnarly. I mean, it sounds good, but the exhaust leak isn't helping, so quick walk around next, and then we'll pop the hood and take a look around. So you can see the hood is pretty hazy. It's probably been painted, who knows. This fender has a little bit of clear burn right here on the top, and it is also a little bit hazy. So the rest of the paint is really good. These two door handles are a little bit faded, and I think the rear bumper has a tiny bit of fading as well. So it could stand with a tiny bit of paint work, but Southwest Arizona car, no rust. Nice and straight. These wheels are pretty dusty, but the finish is nice. Same thing back here. Good finish. Interior-wise, pretty good. Trim peeling, that thing fell down there. Tiny little tear right there. And then I have some extra fun parts I get to unbox and see what those look like. And it's got gray gauges, which is very interesting. I don't know what the deal with that is. My Avis Blue 2000 had the black gauges, and that was a 02 of 2000 build. I'm sorry, it's these handles that are a little faded. Other ones are good. Anyway, it's missing its lip spoiler. The trunk was painted. You can kind of see under fluorescent lights, not a perfect match. And it will get a M5 logo bumper, emblem as well. There's our B&B stuff. Let's get under the hood. We'll take a little look, see what we see. Some of the things I know that were replaced under here: overflow tank lines, radiator, both MAFs, spark plugs, injectors, all of them, OEM, new, coils. So I'm really curious just about the filters, etc. I'm going to take a look in there, see if I can see the top of the U guide for the chain guides, because sometimes if you look in there the right way, you can see if they look nice and shiny and new, or if they look all old and, crumbly. Hard to explain. And some other various engine work. I do think I want to compression test it, though. I don't know if I'll do that in this video or a separate video or what. I just want to see what a 238,000 mile S62 5-liter or 4.9 liter V8 does for compression with that kind of mileage. Valves, secondary air pump valves, replace secondary air pump lines. Just for what it's worth, this thing, we did like 300 miles in it yesterday with cruise control set to about 80, 82, and it got 24.1 miles per gallon. Like filled it up, drove it, filled it up again. Didn't, that's not by the OBC. That's pretty cool. The engine's got to be relatively healthy if it did over 24 miles per gallon. So anyway, let's see what we got. We got our air filter here. I think one could make the case that it is time for air filters. So we'll get some air filters. To confirm that, yes, that filter is also dirty. And I'm remembering that this car had a power steering pump with lines. Kind of see those lines look nice and fresh. However, this thing looks gross, so I'm anticipating it just needs a seal under that cap. So we'll see what that does. So far, nice to see pretty much everything intact on cabin filters both look excellent, so we can leave those alone. Very good. I just like to have a look in here, and throttle blades are a little dirty, so I think I'll clean them up. I kind of started on that one, and I'll do that real quick. Give this just a quick wipe down, just for any tiny little pieces of, stuff that shouldn't be in there, and then we'll whip that all back together. All right, just a real quick cleaning. Nothing world class. Better than it was, put it back. All right, I think I'm gonna proceed with the compression test. We've got all our coils out, and they are indeed all replaced. German Bremie units. So now we'll pull some spark plugs and see what they look like. All right, doing a little voiceover over this clip because I don't like the information that I relayed when I originally took it, and that is that I did the compression test, and I will post a quick picture of the Post-it note results in a second. Overall, pretty good, about 15 to 20 psi spread. I just wanted to note that the compression test I did with the engine full cold with the fuel on. So this was just like a very basic test, and I'd like to do it again with the engine hot, maybe when I go to replace the spark plugs, next oil change or something like that. So just wanted to throw that in there, and I will shut this clip off, but I will also include a quick video of compression testing one of the cylinders because everyone likes to see a quick compression test. I'll make its own video on that later.
Number 5.
All right, quick clean on the spark plugs and going back in for now. I'll probably replace them a little bit down the line, but I didn't plan to get any. I didn't think I was going to do any of this, so going back in.
All right, it's all back together from pulling out spark plugs, compression testing, etc. I'm just going to start it up real quick just to make sure it all runs and clean a little tiny bit of that extra fuel out of the cylinders and then shut it down for the night. Obviously, door's closed, so we'll run the fingers for a second. You'll probably, I'm sure, hear that exhaust leak, but I didn't bring the keys. Good. Stinky.